Whether we save or not, we all take up loans or what we call as debt at some point in our life or the other, to buy assets, to buy stuff, or to just keep up with our neighbors. You know, it's quite surprising how much people do to keep up with their neighbors or friends. I am sure you are not that crazy, right? Yes. Anyway, coming back to the video, with loans come interest, and this interest is heavily influenced by our credit score. By the end of this video, my friends, we are going to learn three things: the factors that influence our credit score, the secrets of maintaining a good credit score, or a healthy credit score rather, and how a good credit score can make you rich, can make you wealthy. Let's get rolling. We never say as credit score, we always say it as a CIBIL score. Just like how we say Google it, Ola it, Uber it, or WhatsApp it, right? But this credit score is so very essential, an integral part of our finance, because it not only influences our loan eligibility, but it also influences our interest rates. So whether you are young or old, you are in your 20s or your 50s, you are a student or a businessman, does not matter. But a good a good credit score is so very essential for all of us. You know, you have to prove to your bank that you are credit worthy. Proving something to my girlfriend was much more easier nowadays. Nevertheless, so let's first understand the couple of items that influence our credit score. First and foremost is our repayment history. So this has the maximum influence on our credit score, you know, and the more timely repayments you do, you are rewarded. But at the same time, the more untimely payments, or sometimes if we miss our loan payments or our credit card payments or whatever they are, we are heavily penalized. Just like getting, what can I say, negative marks on an MCQ test, you know. So a right mark is okay, but a negative mark is much more, you know, poisonous. Each and every delayed or a missed payment has a huge impact, and experts say that this stays on our credit report for about 10 years. So never miss your payments, right? So the next point, my friends, is the age and duration of our existing loans. Now this one has a medium impact. Imagine, right? You keep on consuming or you keep on taking loans. What are we signaling to the banks? That we cannot manage with our income and that we are credit hungry. Now this is going to have a small amount of impact on our credit score. Imagine this scenario, right? If you're going to take a personal loan or a consumer loan every year, over 4 years, if you take it 4 times, versus another example is you take only one personal loan with a tenure of 4 years. Now both are not the same, and this is where the age and duration of our loans have a medium impact on our credit score. The next on our list, my friends, is our credit utilization ratio. Now consider this: if you have one or many credit cards, and if you are going to utilize the credit limit available to the maximum extent, right? Let's say 70% or 75% or 80, 85, 90% of the available credit limit, then this is also going to impact our credit score, but between low to medium category, right? So this has a bit of an impact, the credit utilization ratio. Think about it. The next point is the number of credit card and loans that we have. Now, having a higher number of loan accounts does have a high impact on our credit score. Imagine this, right? Any bank would think, why is this guy having 4 consumer loans, 3 personal loans, 1 auto loan, and 1 housing loan? Now, if we have these many these many loan accounts, which means we are again signaling to the bank that we need more and more credit, and that is going to have a higher impact on our credit score. Having liability itself is bad, and particularly the unsecured ones is frankly badder No, not badder. Frankly, worser and simply stupid. Enjoying the video until now, a like would be great and a sub would be really fantastic. Now, before we move on to how credit score can make you rich, let's talk about the secrets of maintaining a good credit score. The biggest secret is don't take loans, don't take liability, don't go near it. Yeah, tada! It's that simple. No, I know. You know, in today's world, being without a liability is extremely difficult. People may call us radical too. So let's forget that. But to maintain a good credit score, these are the secrets. Number one, don't ever miss a due date for a loan or credit card. Pay on time every time. The next, don't max out on all your credit cards. In fact, keep your credit utilization less than 30% of your collective credit limit. Avoid or reduce unsecured credits like personal loans, consumer loans, credit cards. Unsecured credits have higher risk than home loans or vehicle loans, and hence they have high impact on our credit score. Avoid loans from NBFCs as much as possible. Stick to the real banks. Just because someone is offering you a credit card, don't take it. Also, if you don't pay off a loan and it becomes an NPA or non-performing asset, then you can say goodbye to your credit score for at least 15 years. I think these are the secrets good enough to start with for all of you. And here is the most important part of this video: how credit score can make you rich. Hang on. A score above 760 is very good. A score between 725 to 759 is okay. And less than 725 is not good. I don't even want to go or talk about the score less than 700, right? That's dangerous. If you have a good credit score, you can borrow from the big nationalized banks. The big nationalized banks charge a lower rate of interest than smaller banks. They also charge a lower rate of interest than non-banking financial companies, or whom we call as NBFCs. This has a very high impact on the interest that we actually pay when we take loans and when we make the repayment, right? Now let's quickly look at an example. Bank of Baroda charges 0.25% less if you have a credit score above 760. If the usual home loan rate is 8% for a tenure of 20 years on a loan of 50 lakhs, the total interest you'll pay across 20 years is 50,37,281 rupees. Whereas someone whose credit score is good will only pay 46,67,118. That's a saving of about 3.5 lakhs. Now imagine if your credit score is not good and banks don't give you loans. Instead, you had to go to an NBFC to get a loan, or a housing finance company, whatever it is. You will end up paying about 69.8 lakhs at the rate of 10.5%, which means you will pay 20 lakhs more in interest. My friends, don't flush your hard-earned money down the toilet drain just because you are unable to have or unable to create a healthy credit score. Now friends, haven't I successfully demonstrated, as I promised, 3 things: what influences our credit score, how to maintain a good credit score, and the secrets of getting rich through a healthy credit score, right? Now, I know you want to give me huggies and kisses and all of that. But anyway, the best thing that I really want from you is please share this video to as many of your friends and families as possible. Remember, you got this video through another friend, right? So pay that favor by passing it on to somebody else. You decide. WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever you want. And whatever you have your questions, my friends, do send it to me through Facebook, or you can also, put them in the comment section below. I'll be all the more happy to answer. So friends, Happy New Year to each and every one of you. I deeply, from the bottom of my heart, wish that 2021 for all of us is filled with better health, wealth and prosperity. This is Akash, the host of your lovely videos, signing off today. Tata, bye-bye, and see you in the next one. Bye. This is Akash, and this is Akash. This is Akash, signing off.